picture. I just got rich a little quicker. The same man, God handed me his game plan. I ain't perfect, far from it. What can I say, man? I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line. Do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. It felt like yesterday. I was just driving my grandma's Chevrolet from South Carolina to Maryland. I take the jet today. I'm still on the come up. I'm still building my resume. I still got a lot to prove, but still I'm heavyweight. I still gotta watch my moves. They tried to defamate my character, but I won't let them. It's always checkmate. I'm still screaming. The world hope she. Mother Nature's my first shorty. Watch how I go ballistic, and I'm so terrific. Accounts.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Mon. Dancing to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that is incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
So line of scrimmage still a 39 on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Mon. They'll roll him out right. And here he's got Grant. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Here we go. 52 points. Shot 17. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
They go play action here. Mon. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run again with Hunt. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Chubb will score. Touchdown, Cleveland. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. A man who missed all of 2021, this is J.K. Dobbins. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now it's Jackson. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. So Charles already down 7-0 early. They opt to take a shot there on the first play of scrimmage, but that plan backfires.
That feels a little bit like last week's loss lingering into this game, doesn't it? You know, you're down 7 already. You lost last week. It's almost like they're trying to get it all back in one shot, trying to take a big chunk play right out of the gate.
They'll run with Chubb, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Now a toss running left, Hunt. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 21-7. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but Last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Jackson. And he'll go underneath here to Drake. Finding space at the 40. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Another run here with Dobbins. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know flashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Jackson going to find his running back here. It's Dobbins. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Ball in a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
The Browns drive about to get started. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Mon now off of play action. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 35. And Chubb will try the middle here. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mon. That's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Now they send the tight end in motion left. Chubb again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Open man is Duvernay. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
It's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3, 4th down. And that's on the guard, Wyatt Teller. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Here's Mond. Flushed out right. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. On 1st down, here's Mond. Again, it's Cooper as he makes the catch. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found a touchdown.
David Njoku from 19 yards away. And the Browns are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive. And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game. Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing? I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Jackson throwing out left and finding Likely. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it fourth down. I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a fourth down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side. I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun. They go with Chubb on second down. And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Mon. Being chased out left. That's out to Chubb, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd? And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns are pouring it on. Extra point by York is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here. And he's got a man, complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. Browns are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
On 2nd and 12, Mond. And this one is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Rolling to his right. Got a man. It's Schwartz, complete. Touchdown, Browns. Anthony Schwartz, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Browns will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by York is up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. That's taken in by Duvernay. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and giving him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins finding room at midfield. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. They'll go again with Dobbins. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. Now Jackson. Over the middle, it's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens are able to claw one back. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Mon looks to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Throwing on second and long. Mon. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
Mon going to throw it. He'll buy some time right. He finds his man, complete. It's Grant. A big play that time for Cleveland. 45 yards.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunky yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And again, it's Chubb. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Nick Chubb taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Browns have got it on cruise control. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
A gain there of 30 big ones. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Denzel Ward. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
The York on now for the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. A gain of 8 there on the play. And 3rd and 1 now.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I do know that owners, when they watch their quarterbacks run with the football, they usually hold their breath because that's the franchise. But when you're getting that kind of a game, hard to argue against calling it.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 48 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. Throwing is Jackson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
They'll run with Dobbins.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins
taking it in from a yard out.
And the Ravens are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
Tucker with the extra point. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Here comes Felton to bring it out of the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Still well in control of that touchdown a moment ago.
First play of the drive there is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
2nd and 10, Mon.
He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
2nd and 6 from the 10.
They run it again with Chubb. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Looking to throw. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Here's Mond. They're going for it.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Chubb is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. It finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Now a handoff for Dobbins.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Mond looks to throw on 1st down.
And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll run with Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll drop to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Amari Cooper, a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good. right at the 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Taken in at the 3. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
142 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
2 yards, good enough for a first. Jackson now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
And they'll accept that penalty.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete.
And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. 18 of them.
Out of the pistol. Here's Hill.
The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's got some space here. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Working with a 2nd and 3. Throwing now, Watson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally because here they are in the final moments of the 4th, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
The York now for the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
From the gun, it's Drake. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. On second down, a run with Dobbins. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense.
choice. I need 100 pack for my boys. Deep be hating and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise. I've been a man like I'm Peyton. I boost up my rating. You know how I play with toys. Pop out on any occasion, get standing up.